Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO-TV. I am still Misled, and I am still with Dust Moret, and we are bringing you map number 2, Tempo Storm versus LunatiK eSports, going live now. And I mean, Tempo Storm battled back quite a bit there to win that map number 1, and LunatiK looking very impressive on Cobble.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, this is actually Misled, and that was definitely quite the game we had there, as we are going to be into the pistol round here as LunatiK gearing up outside the B bomb site.
Get ready to try and battle their way in. Dumore is able to hit the first shot onto Stanislaw, but Glorens is right there trying to battle from in the site. Dumore again hits another one on the jump, nonetheless, into the bomb site as Drossel takes down Shazam, and LunatiK looking real good into this pistol. As Hades goes on the rotate, though, got a CZ in his hands, has some traction. Can he keep this rolling? Can he take down Drake? He will hit him, but Tivu comes on the rotate and takes him down. That's round 1 in favor of LunatiK now.
Well then, what a pistol round victory that for LunatiK. They just kind of overran it right there. Just attacking the B bomb side, Dumore leading the charge with a couple nice pistol frags, and what a round.
Good pistol play there coming out from LunatiK, looking definitely on point. As round 2 gets underway, they're going to have to be on the anti-eco now to battle against Tempo Storm. Tempo Storm not really banking on anything except for mid at the moment. 2 players going to be pushed down highway towards headshot. Shazam is going to be out behind the sandbags in mid. So they're hoping that they can catch somebody here a little too aggressive out in mid, as they got some 5.7s out in that direction, or a 5.7, excuse me, and P250s. Between Hades, Shazam, Rix with the CZ in his hands, and Stan not going for anything at all, just rocking directly into that silenced USP, and LunatiK being very smart here. Drake just stared at Glorens for so unbelievably long before shooting. Invert's able to hit the first one and the secondary frag, but there's still going to be 2 players there on highway. As a rotate came out in that direction, they only have 1 player at B, and he's actually rotating his way towards heaven. Rix is going to jump out. Can Rix get punished for it? He will get taken down after taking Tivu. And Stan! Oh my goodness, Dumore is an animal this game.
Yeah, man, he's just unleashing right now, just being the good old Dumore that I'm used to seeing, and that can have a huge impact. I mean, obviously, that's just an eco mop-up round, not too surprising. In fact, LunatiK should probably just coast to 3-0 now, with Tempo not really investing anything in this round, of course. But it'll be those gun rounds here on the T7. This map fairly balanced. I mean, I've seen it really go either way on what side gets the most rounds. I've seen teams go huge on CT, like you see on many other CT-sided maps. But I've also seen teams put up a fairly good number of T rounds, if not getting more rounds on T than CT. So it's definitely one of those maps where it just depends on your team and what your comfort zone is. But you have lots of opportunities on either side. So that's what makes it what's so fun to watch. Like, you never really know if someone's clearly ahead after getting like a 10-5 half or something, right? Just because it can swing either way.
And once again, LunatiK playing real nice and slow here, not getting too aggressive. It's a little early on their aggression this round, though. But they do only have 1 CT to beat inside the B bomb site. That is going to be Stanislaw looking towards their direction. He peeks out, able to get the first frag as Hades teams up with him a little bit. Shazam does go down on the rotate. There goes Stan. There goes Glorens. So Hades going to be left with his teammate Rix. They're both on the rotate. Hades has already worked his way up top, and Dumore on the punish again, and it looks like apparently Dumore just needed map number 1 to warm up here, because he is looking ridiculous right now, as it's just Rix going to go on the save and try and get an exit frag.
Yeah, I mean, let's just see if you can keep that up on the gun rounds. LunatiK could really use that firepower to be able to topple over Tempo Storm, who was definitely still the favorite. I know they kind of struggled to put Cobble away as a close 16-14 game, but still, coming into this game, Tempo Storm's been very successful on Cash. They're 6-1 in our league, in fact, actually playing Cash. They've beaten a lot of good teams on this map, including some of the best in NA. So this is definitely a tough task, an uphill battle for LunatiK, but so far, they're doing good. I mean, they already proved that they can contest this team last map with such a close game. It's definitely not out of the question that they could, push it to the limit here on Cash as well. We'll just have to see.
So into round 4 now, we're going to have the first full buy-up for both teams. Both teams upgrading all the way. Well, I should say LunatiK upgrading all the way through this round. Not sticking with anything else, except for that 1 Galil in the hands of Drossel, but effectively a full upgrade for them. And Tempo Storm, of course, going to buy out. It's round number 4 here. They're looking to try and gain some traction as counter-terrorists. Dropping a nice nade down. Does a ton of damage to Dumore. That was Stanislaw making that happen. As LunatiK is geared up right now, at least for the moment, towards the B bomb site. It's actually going to pull a rotate over towards B. There's going to be 3 men there to contest at the moment. You're going to have, what is that, Glorens. We're going to have Stan, and we're also going to have Shazam over there. Stan hits the first 2 shots. Hasn't been punished by it yet, but there is one player that's actually made it with the bomb underneath Heaven right now. He does go down, though, so now it's all going to be up to CEVO. He's going to be into a 1 versus 5, and this is looking rough for him. He backs up a little too much. He will get picked from the back of that bomb site, and Stan sees him, takes him down. Rix might drop into the vents. Shazam is very weak, also over there by the generator, and he drops it low instead of high. Shazam hits the op shot, and that makes it 3-1. Tempo Storm gets it on a gun round.
Yeah, that was just a big gun around there for Tempo Storm. Good hold in the B bomb site. You also saw LunatiK just get kind of lost. Like, there was a smoke up. They got slowed down. They sent Drossel out by himself through the smoke. He died. No one there to trade. No plays made after that. So they just didn't seem on the same page that round. LunatiK didn't. Obviously, Tempo Storm defending well over there. You know, just being able to hold off that take. And LunatiK still has a full buy here. They have the op on Invert. They're trying to do a boost play here. And oh, Invert fits that in. Whoa, what a shot. I thought he was going to drop off when he saw the flames on the boost spot, but he just stayed around long enough to find the pick onto Shazam, and Rix was also taken down there by Drake. So some big hits there on the mid portion of the map come from LunatiK. And look at Stanislaw pushing B. He'll get caught by Drossel. Wow, they are just falling apart this round, Tempo Storm.
So Drossel picking up that final frag right there. It's just going to leave Glorens, and Hades is like, oh, CEVO with a nice shot there, taking down Glorens. It's all up to Hades. Trying to catch CEVO. He will take him down, but the bomb is rotated all the way to the B bomb site. And Hades is going to be on an island all by himself, and he's going to commit to that island. He's going to go for the save. He does have that number 9 man of Drossel on the hunt a little bit here, so Hades is going to try and lurk this out at the forklift if he's able to survive, and there's quite a bit of terrorist activity going in his direction right now. They're thinking he's at the quad at the moment, so if he can stay up here and not fire off too many early shots, he might be able to survive. If he works us around towards highway, he is an animal, but no, Dumore decided to show up to the party and take him down. No save for Hades, and that's 4-1 in favor of LunatiK.
Big round there from LunatiK. I mean, they just got the mid presence immediately. Shazam sticking around, looking for the mid pick at the boosted spot. That fire does sometimes make it hard to kind of see people, and I think, you know, the fire had just blown when Invert spotted Shazam, so he was able to get the pick, and I guess Shazam was thinking that the fire would deter him and make him drop down, but did not. Invert just was bold and went for it and made it happen, and LunatiK once again putting on the pressure at mid. It's a stack B this round, as it is a save from Tempo Storm, and it looks like LunatiK will avoid that for the most part, based on the positioning I'm seeing so far.
So still, that steady slow play coming from LunatiK at the moment. Not getting too aggressive just quite yet. They're banking on the fact that there's going to be an eco coming out here from Tempo Storm, and they're correct with it. Drossel able to take down Hades over there at the quad, so A bomb site completely open. And Drossel again getting another shot onto Rix, and Dumore's going to be on the cleanup crew here. Can he step out and get all 3 of these frags? Trying to get it. Stanislaw will take him down, though. And that is going to make this into a 4 versus 2. No guns yet in the hands of any of the Tempo Storm players. The only one they can grab is in the hands of, or was in the hands of Dumore, but they're not going to be able to make it over there in time, so Shazam all by himself here. Works his way back to the B bomb site. He was spotted, so they have to figure he's either exited out of B or he's still there somewhere. And LunatiK will grab a 5th round after this, though. And Shazam might have made a little too much noise there on the step. Now, didn't get heard, so CEVO's going to step out. CEVO checks the corner. CEVO gets punished. Shazam will pick up an AK. Now he's just got to survive. He's going to drop it. Drake is all over it. Takes him down. Gets... Actually, that's going to be Drossel getting the 2. That'll be a 5th round in favor of LunatiK as that bomb explodes after they get all the frags.
Yeah, so LunatiK extending that lead. Of course, that was a safe Tempo Storm, so to be expected. Tempo Storm going to be back at it. Shazam does have his op again. Let's see where he's going to take it. He doesn't really have a spawn to go for a heavy B leading pick or anything like that, so he might just have to kind of, you know, stick with, you know, trying to make something happen at mid or go over towards A. It looks like he is going to be sitting back mid for right now. Invert will take his op over towards B, however. No one going to be there, though Stanislaw is slipping around, being aggressive up here on the box, boosting up over the smoke. Will he be spotted? No, he gets the kill and falls back.
Good aggressive push coming out there to be able to pick up that opening frag. Stan taken down. Invert is going to be gigantic. for Tempo Storm to be able to get back into this, as LunatiK has that 4-round advantage into round number 7. And they're looking very good here, so the op is still up in the hands of Shazam. Invert is down out of the way, so the op threat, at least for the time being, is out of their way, even though we've seen CEVO be able to use it, who he does have it now. Drake out in middle will take down Rix. And Stanislaw and Dumore are so close together. If Dumore ends up peeking that corner, which it doesn't matter because Drossel takes down Stan, and Shazam is there hitting an op shot or two. Only one, actually. Trying to grab himself another one if he's able to. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it. Molotov will come down, land behind him. Actually, no, he's in it, and Dumore comes up from the flank, takes him down. So now it's all up to Hades on the rotate. Outside of B, he looks like he's committed to this. He doesn't have a kit on him, though. So I don't think there was one down anywhere for him easily able to get. Maybe the one on the Stanislaw's body, but no, it doesn't look like it's there, so no chances. Dumore cleans him up. That's a big 3K for Dumore. That makes it 6-1 in favor of LunatiK over Tempo Storm.
That was honestly just a big play, though. I think, was that Drake that slipped in and caught Rix at the CT-Z connector? I think that was, and that was probably the biggest play. No, Dumore was the one leading picks into the B-bomb site.
I thought Dumore got all the way around on the flank.
It could have been. I don't know. So whoever it was
down
made a huge play. It's just like, because that caused people to start falling, because they had 3 people B. The tick was actually looking really piss poor for LunatiK because it was just so stacked at the B-bomb site for the CT side. But then they got that pick on mid on Rix that drew a person off B, that allowed the take to come in a bit more effectively from LunatiK on the main push. And then once again, this flanking Shazam in Heaven was also a closer. But look at this, a mid stack. Are they ever going to spot this out? This could be very dangerous for LunatiK.
So far, looking so good. They're able to get some fracture. Glorin's going to go up on the push. Knife comes out. Doesn't pay any dividends. But Glorins will pick up 2 of those frags. Actually, that gives him 3 after the initial push. Nade gets dropped down. Glorins takes a ton of damage. Invert looking in that direction. 2 extremely weak CTs right there. And that Molotov not going to land anywhere near Hades at the moment. So Hades will be able to survive that Molotov. And Drossel's got to hit these shots into Shazam. He doesn't make them happen. So now it's all up to Invert rotating to A. He's got an op in hand. Yeah, Glorins only has 4 HP. Hades has 5. They know B should be clear for the time being. So he's going to work his way in. He's going to get a good plant off. Does he go A main, though? Does he try and bank on this? No, he's going to get aggressive towards Highway. He's going to eat that Molotov and a grenade. He took a ton of damage, down to 5 HP. So now he's looking for Glorins. Sees him initially. Doesn't take the op shot yet. They know he's somewhere in the site at the moment. And he hits the first shot, steps out, gets spammed down by Shazam, and that is going to be a secondary round in favor of Tempo Storm as they will get this defuse. But LunatiK already has 6 from the T side of things, so they're looking pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, they have a pretty decent lead. Like I said, this map could really go either way as far as who gets the most rounds from which side, so it's really hard to tell sometimes, like, who's really doing the appropriate amount of work to get the game. But yeah, LunatiK definitely doing good so far. They honestly just got caught by kind of a gimmicky mid stack there on a save round for Tempo Storm, which, I mean, that's the type of things you have to do on save rounds to win, is pull out gimmicks like that, and it worked. So, you know, props to Tempo Storm, the gamble pays off that time. LunatiK not able to sniff out the stack there, and they got busted for it. But LunatiK still able to put together a full buy here. Both teams, in fact, fully geared out, and we're back to a standard gun round. How does this play out? We've seen LunatiK really favoring mid control and really favoring this B side of the map that we really haven't seen them do like any A hits actually. So we definitely see Tempo Storm kind of in response, just playing 1A anchor, 1 floating, and putting a lot of emphasis on mid and the B side of the map.
And this mid control has been working out for LunatiK, though. They haven't been getting punished for it yet until that last round. But that was, as you said, that was that stack on a save round. So it did work out for Tempo Storm that time. And LunatiK is favoring the B bomb site. So far, they've had more than enough success over here. Thanks to some good rotates and flanks coming in from some of their teammates. And ooh, Stanislaw right there gets caught out in the open a little bit. So LunatiK gonna try to make their way in. Good flashbang coming from Stan, though. Drake is getting lit. Glorins comes out of the vents, and they've shut down this B-take for the time being, as Invert's gonna rotate his way through the smoke. Both players gonna be dropping down into the checkered room. Nade comes out from Glorins, and actually Dumore hits a nice shot. Dumore able to hit 2. Whoa. He's almost even this thing back out. He knows 1 is in sight, but he doesn't know where he's at. So drops a good grenade in. Gonna be looking up top. Trying to, yeah. Does he hit the shot? No, it doesn't matter. Crossfire pays off. Stan hits Invert as Rix takes down Dumore. That crossfire didn't work out there. That was a good chance for LunatiK to turn that into a 2v1 at the B bomb site.
Yeah, I think LunatiK's just forcing the issue a bit too much on this B side of the map. Focus on what's been working, which is taking that mid control. From there, then you make the decision whether you want to go B or not. Make the play off of that. They're just stacking the B lobby so heavy, and they're just giving Tempo Storm so much time to rotate, and it's just not effective. And I haven't seen them even try their luck over on the A side of the map, so I'd really like them to put a little bit more variety into this. Like I said, either just focus on mid, which has been working, or maybe, you know, just don't commit so heavy to one side of the map right off the bat. Like, they waited outside B that entire round and never gave themselves other options. So I'd like to just see them kind of, you know, maybe have a little bit more variety here. They are going to eco A, and this might actually work out. I mean, both players are playing pretty passive. We'll see if they can get in and get a bomb plant, maybe.
So into round 10, LunatiK going to try and eco their way into that A bomb site. That's going to be Rix and Shazam and Hades all getting good frags there. Rix is able to get himself two. Do more look at the bomb down and not able to get a frag though as Rix comes up over the top, takes him down. That will make the score 6-4 in favor of LunatiK, but they're going to be back onto a good healthy buy here after that save and a bomb plant. But that is going to force Tempo Storm to think about the A bomb site a little bit more now.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, does LunatiK say, wow, that was really easy, we should try a gun round A split, because they're not really playing A. They're not even playing in the side or towards quads. Like, they're playing passive towards truck, towards the highway. And I've even seen Tempo Storm play that same retake A play, you know, in a previous cash game. So they tend to like to do that, it seems like, and it's very dangerous. Or do they realize, hey, they just saw us do that, they're probably thinking we're going to hit A, and it's like the mind games that take place, but the counter boost comes into play, and Glorens does get a kill onto Drake. And Doomore very low, and
Ooh.
what, a 2-for-1 just happened, apparently?
Yeah, Shazam was able to get two right there, and that's a bit punishing here coming from Tempo Storm, able to make some good frags happen. Doomore down low, bomb down. Drossel's going to try and walk up, grab it. He will collect it, but him and Doomore are going to be the last two terrorists alive. Doomore down to 12 HP, Drossel still at a full 100, so going to rely a lot here onto Drossel to get some good frags going in his favor. If he's able to get any of these, and he might have had a shot there onto Rix. Actually, he still has the shot. Can he take it? Yes, he will. Does get punished a little bit, goes down to 62 HP, but there's going to be 2 CTs at each bomb site, so it's going to be hard for them to try and take one of these. It's all going to be up to Drossel on the drop, and Stanislaw will be there on the cover. Hits the first one. Looking for Doomore. Doomore's on fire. Can't get away from it. Shazam will collect the burning frag. That's a 3K for Shazam, and Tempo Storm has brought it back within 1 now.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to put the aggression on now. They know LunatiK likes to sit back, kind of wait things out and play slow, and so they're bringing the game to them, you know, pushing them, getting in their face, and worked out very well that round for Tempo Storm, you know, doing a lot of damage on that counter boost. Shazam pushing with the op and B lobby. He got like a crazy 2-for-1 shot, so that was kind of lucky, but still the aggression definitely worked there for Tempo Storm. And Invert taking out an auto sniper on the T side on just the standard gun round. That is very interesting.
So Invert looking to trying to pull a Glorens out here with the auto sniper in his hands. They still don't know where that Silence M4 is coming from, and he's doing a grip of damage. I mean, Drake down to 5, Drake down to none now. So Rix from the bottom of the highway there playing the headshot, using that smoke effectively, able to shut down 2 of those terrorists. Kill 1, take Drossel down to 22, and not allow Invert to get out and try and work that auto sniper. So the buy of the auto sniper has not worked out at all. They've had no mid presence yet this round. Shazam is right there, misses his shot, doesn't get punished, able to crouch down, get a flashbang, eats a grenade, tries to pop back up and get the shot. But Doomore, he's got to worry about Stan. Stan's up close, Stan gets punished. So now Shazam trying to play for some headshots, sees a couple heads, doesn't hit any of those, goes down to 27, and Glorens will take down Drossel. Glorens inside the site, but Doomore and Tivu are hitting some good shots. Now, there goes Hades. I was going to say he's the last one on the rotate from A, and another B take attempt coming from LunatiK pays off, as Invert was able to get 1. But Doomore and Tivu got the other frags, and that makes it 7-5 LunatiK.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, LunatiK keeps forcing the issue on this B side. I don't really like it, but they made it work that round at least. I mean, Doomore's been absolutely just playing out of his mind. He's 14-6 right now, and 12 rounds played here from the T side, so he's definitely having a phenomenal game. And yeah, they're just making, like, the tactics aren't really brilliant from LunatiK, but they're just making it work with brute force, just being able to get kills and trade, and we're seeing aggression again here on the B side. A little bit. Lauren's not committing to it, though. He eventually just falls back into the site. But Shazam is posted up with this op, so let's see if he gets the kill or if he gets chased down. The flash comes out and he will get chased down.
Not going to hunt onto that too hard. Dumour's right there, though. Going to try and drop another smoke to try and block off CT. Counter flashes and smokes coming out, though, from Tempo Storm. And LunatiK not getting too aggressive off of these. Playing this pretty smart. Drake is a little bit farther out, and they've actually pulled a large rotate towards the B bomb site. So let's see if the two men over there near mid can make something happen. If they're going to get a little aggressive here, try and fake this, try and fake like they've rotated back towards A. If they can pull a rotate, and no, Drake is going to get out and barely get across. The op doesn't take him down, but he's going to commit into the bomb site with the bomb. There's so many CTs there. Can he take Lawrence down? Does eventually take him down, gets into the site as CEVO rotates over. Invert with the auto sniper, picks up one on the flank. So they have the B bomb site. They're going to be 4v2 now, and somehow that worked out, even though there was a 4-man stack at B.
Yeah, exactly. Like, LunatiK's sitting on this B side so long, and Tempo Storm's even reading it. They're rotating. They're in perfect, position. And then somehow they're still losing. But, oh, they could maybe make this retake still happen here on the 2v2. I think they were thinking about saving, but then they got a couple of kills. And now they're going to go for this, actually. But, oh, Drossel playing the tarp, able to catch him. And LunatiK up 8-5, man. Just somehow, just through brute force alone, making these B hits work.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, they're just able to get their way in there and hit the shots. I mean, it wasn't smoked off super effectively. Who was in the site that had his just back turned to the Rec 9 that came out and towards Generator at headshot right there? I mean, it was ridiculous how that play actually worked out for LunatiK. They've officially won the half now. 8 rounds in their favor as we hit round 14, and extremely broken by coming out from Tempo. They're banking on getting a win here. If they're not able to get this win, they're going to be broke going into the final round of the half, and this could easily be a 10-5 half again in favor of LunatiK.
Hades hiding out behind this smoke. They're going to go for their A take for the first time, and it just so happens Hades gets aggressive there and gets a kill, but there's only one guy A left now. It's going to be Rix with just the CZ, but he is getting a rotation in from Shazam, who has that 5-7 as well, so things will slow down here for a second, but we'll see how it plays out.
So round 14, and Stan actually hits a touchdown grenade onto Drossel, so they have a good chance here. They haven't picked up any of these rifles, but if Shazam isn't careful, flashbang comes down. He's actually going to be looking for CEVO, hits the shot on the jump, doesn't check behind him though. Dumour was completely blind, so that turns it into a 3v2 with guns in the hands of 2 of the Tempo Storm alive players, and Dumour's going to walk right out, doesn't check the quad. Rix will take him down, so now it's all up to Invert. He's peeking out towards quad. He's got to be careful here, though, and he will get taken down by Rix, so Tempo Storm on that buyout. They banked into it, and they made it happen. That makes it 8-6 in favor of LunatiK. And now LunatiK's money is a little messed up here. They might not be able to get a full buy out of us. They won't get a full buy. It's going to be broken from them.
Yeah, what a round. I mean, a broken bye. They're able to get the victory there, and that's like, it comes at a crucial time leading up to the last round where now LunatiK is forced to kind of do a bit of a forced buy of their own here. So let's see what happens. See if LunatiK can make it work here. They are up 8-6 still. Shazam, though, does get the op pick through the smoke. And, oh, man, this is just quickly falling apart.
Oh, goodness. Tempo Storm on that aggressiveness out there, able to make some good shots happen, so they're still going to fight for it. But CEVO is going to be the last one left alive here. He's going to be 1v4. He's going to turn it into a 1v3 as he takes down Hades from the top of the highway. Bomb is down in a great location for Tempo Storm, and that number 4 man is Shazam is right there, scoped in, trying to take him down. Misses his initial shot, but they know CEVO is for sure locked into the A bomb site, so all they have to do is wait for him to get a little too aggressive towards this bomb, and he will get absolutely punished for it. So CEVO looking for Glorns. Glorns is up, still over there just below the vent. Stan's going to be watching. They've all rotated over. There goes Glorns. CEVO is able to exit through the smoke and get out of there for the time being. Doesn't know both CTs are right there on top of him, or right there in mid, so Stan's up top. Shazam trying to play the angle and again misses that off shot, but Stan up top. Can he get the shot and the damage off? Not to be able to do it, so CEVO's going to look for anybody to flank. Nobody will flank him. He makes his way through B, somehow escapes,
Go back
and
to
has
A.
more than enough. Oh, man. Oh, he took too long. That stutter step ended up getting him punished. If he wouldn't have stutter stepped there towards A, he would have been able to hit that generator and get into the bomb site and get that bomb planted.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about doubling back around for the CT spawn A, which would have been sick, but then he realized he didn't have enough time to do it. And, yeah, he does lose that. But that was kind of a crazy round. He thought Tempo Storm should lock that down a little bit easier, but he made that round interesting there at the very end. But it is still an 8-7 half, very, very close game. With it being this close, very hard to tell who really has the advantage. Like I said, I've seen this map really go either way as far as who gets the most rounds on which side. I've seen big CT sides, I've seen big T sides, and I think LunatiK definitely had a fair T side there. But how good is their CT? How well can they defend? I mean, this map does trend a little bit CT sided, so I think Tempo Storm's maybe a little bit disappointed in only coming up with 7 rounds there. But it's not to say that they can't come up with a big T side in their own right to still win this game. So it's still really up in the air, especially with it being 8-7 and this pistol round kind of determining who's going to have the lead going into the first gun round.
So now, back into these pistol rounds, the first one of second, or the last one of this game, or it should be unless we go to some overtime here. LunatiK's going to be on CT side. Can they pull out another big pistol round victory as Tempo Storm's trying to make it in? Closing the door back in their face will be Invert, doing everything that he can to allow his teammates to rotate, and he's being so annoying at the door right now. Hades does pick up a shot. He will put the pressure on the Invert. Can Invert get one? Will get the first one. Can't take down the second one as he's on. Reload there, but the bomb has not made it into the bomb site yet. Drossel in a great position, takes down Hades, gets the bomb dropped, and actually drops forward over to his teammate. Dumore gets the knife on his Stanislaw. That's going to leave Glorens trying to wrap his way around. Gets hit, but Invert has to be the hero of this round if LunatiK wins this with that door play there. And Glorens still trying to prevent anyone from getting in. They can't find him. They finally do. They will get on the bomb. And I mean, Invert only gets 1 frag, but playing against that door, not allowing the terrorists to just rush their way in, allowed more than ample time for LunatiK to go on the rotate, and that was huge for them.
So Jazam said that was a glitch? What?
I don't think it was.
He just closed the door back, right?
Yeah, all he did was just close the door on him a bunch.
It's not a glitch. It's just you being like angry, I guess. Like, it just is it a normal play? No. Is it gimmicky? Yes, very much so. But I don't think it's a glitch. I just think it's kind of a silly play, but it worked out. It worked.
You can get spammed super hard with rifles if you try and do that. But on a pistol round, what are they going to be able to do with Glocks? You know what I mean? Like, there's literally nothing they can do.
Yeah, I mean, is it silly? Yes, absolutely. But it's not a glitch. It's just a silly play that you got caught on, unfortunately. But we're going to see Tempo Storm going to fight right back, just going for a big push into the A bomb site here with the upgraded pistols and armor. But Drake taking down Hades. Rick fires back, but let's see here. Can the CTs hold? It's a pretty close round, actually. But do they know about Invert? No, they don't.
Man, that's going to be 2 players that rotated their way in. Oh, Invert might get caught out from behind here. Does he get away? Not able to get away, but Dumore is there to trade out Glorens after the frag. And that's going to be LunatiK now, forcing their lead to 3 rounds in total over Tempo Storm.
Yeah, I mean, winning the pistol, that was a close second round, though. I have to say, that wasn't the anti-eco that you hope for. It definitely got a little bit crazy there, a little dicey, but they did pull it out, and that's what matters. So they are going to go ahead and, extend the lead a bit more. They're up 10-7 right now, but the AKs are coming out. I mean, Tempo Storm, they got a bomb plant. They're good to go.
Yeah, looking good now, trying to make something happen here going forward if they're able to. LunatiK going to
big aggression.
Wow, able to make that happen though. That's going to be Shazam taken down. Drossel as Dumore is able to get 1.
Bomb is down too.
Oh, Dumore gotta be stuck here in Sunroom for the time being. Good flashbang comes out, but he catches the grenade with his teeth as Tempo Storm battling back his terrorists. But the bomb is down in a location that LunatiK can cover it. They're gonna be battling from behind. Hades gets caught trying to flank out Invert there, and now he's gonna be cut off from the bomb. And here comes Drake, steps out, CZ, gets the frag. It's all up to Stan and Rix. And actually, Rix is able to get 1. Stan with the pistol in hand will go down, so it's going to be Drake and Invert low on HP versus Rix. Rix is right there. He will hit the initial shot onto Drake. And that's going to be Invert with a good rotate here. Does he get across without getting hurt? I believe he does. And yeah, Rix has no idea yet. Where does Invert actually rotate this? Invert's going to rotate all the way back around towards CT side. And he's going to come through Creeper as Rix is actually going to go in that direction also. This might be so bad for Invert. They both have their knives out.
Oh my god!
And Invert hits the shot. That would have been amazing if they walked into each other with their knives out.
Well, do you think they would have just fought it out? Just would have sword fight together?
There would have been no way.
Not awkward bathroom sword fighting, but like, just straight up sword fighting.
No, they would have. It would have been. They both would have jumped and both pulled out their rifles instantly.
So they would have pulled out.
Oh yeah, they both would have pulled out.
Okay. It's probably pretty accurate. But let's just think about how hilarious that awkward moment would have been. And that's just so crazy unlucky. Like, Rick's playing it so smart, but Invert just kind of gambling, rolling the dice there, doing a crazy rotation, and it works out, man. And LunatiK also just gambling on that B push to begin with. That was very risky, but somehow they got the bomb down and were able to play it. Just insane. Now Team CEVO-Storm forced to save here, and look at this. LunatiK lighting them up, just running them through the blender.
Lauren's last one left alive. Dumore will get himself 3 frags that round. CEVO gets the other 2. That's going to be 12-7 in favor of LunatiK, as CEVO-Storm should be back out of that eco now. Yep, they're going to be back into a full buy here. So can LunatiK hold on? And they're showing quite a bit of life here on this map against CEVO-Storm.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, they're just making crazy play after crazy play. You know CEVO-Storm has to be frustrated right now on some of the things that are happening to them. It's just been rather ridiculous at times, but now things are going to start getting more standard. You know, both teams fully rifled out. We do have Drake. They're going for the old school boost, not really the disguised one. So, I mean, they definitely hear this in lobby. They know exactly what's going on.
Oh, but Drake backs his way up through the smoke. They don't know he's there yet because he's silenced. Now they finally look for him after he takes down Glorin, so that was bombed down for the time being. Here comes the rotate. Oh, Invert looking at the dead body, thinking they actually boosted a terrorist up in that direction. So they do get the bomb plant here at the A bomb site. Dumore drops a pop flash down, works his way towards the site. See Stanislaw looking for the player at the quad. Doesn't matter. Stan takes him down. And it's going to be a 2 versus 3 now. 2-man retake attempt. Now it's a 1-man retake attempt as Rix is able to hit a shot. Shazam comes underneath, and they will punish CEVO there. And that's going to be a 2K for Shazam, 2K for Stan. That makes it 12-8 as CEVO-Storm is trying to come back.
Yeah, LunatiK got caught out a little bit there. You can't go for the boost that way. You got to either do the run boost off the red box in the center of the side, or you have to do something else. Like, it's just too obvious trying to do the boost that way. It's too easily sniffed out. It's easily heard. Anybody in A lobby or squeaky door hall totally hears that, beats you to that spot to listen for you doing it. Like, it's not a good play. And I think LunatiK lost it right off the bat just off of that alone, probably. So CEVO-Storm just kind of capitalizing on the information they gained, and hopefully LunatiK won't try that again. Because I think otherwise they've played pretty well this game. That was just kind of a little bit of a mess up.
Drake there trying to catch Hades, not able to gain anything though. Actually does about 7 damage, or does 7 damage in total to Hades. And now he's actually pushed his way up through the smoke. Let's see if Hades actually goes for this. I don't know if Hades is going to bank on it, or is he going to try and drop a nade in. Drops a nade in. Does 8 damage in return, so he does more with the nade. And Drake tries to take down Rix as Rix pushes up. They're able to get themselves an opener into round 21. Remember, this is map number 2 between these teams. LunatiK barely was able to win map number 1, which was Cobble. I mean, excuse me, CEVO-Storm barely won it, and LunatiK is trying to battle back here and make this a 1-1 tie tonight. And big playoff implications, or big LAN finals implications here for CEVO-Storm. They desperately need to 2-0 this to have a really good shot at making sure they can make it to the LAN, because otherwise Liquid has a fairly easy schedule on their hands that they should be able to win out through. And Trade's coming out into the A-bomb site. It's just going to leave Drossel there, as his teammate's going to have to go on the rotate. Drossel just playing that smoke, ends up getting out a little bit too far. Shazam will take him down, so now it's all up to Dumore. Can he hero here? Can he 1v3? Fires off a shot towards Shazam. They have to know he's probably coming from White Truck. Shazam's going to peek out. Smoke cover, though, for Dumore. Able to make it out, but Shazam sees him through the seam. Takes him down. That's going to make it 9-12. LunatiK was up, but CEVO-Storm coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that LunatiK's just getting too gimmicky here. Like, I've yet to see them really play standard. Like, they're trying to do all these different pushes. That boost was just, I mean, that's actually kind of standard, but it's the way they went about it was just kind of like too old school, just too easily sniffed out. That round, I think Drake just overstayed and welcome there in Squeaky Hall. He should have just backed up and played the site. Like, the push didn't work. Stop forcing the issue. Just fall back and get in position to help your team. And instead, he got caught by Rix, and you give the team an instant 5v4 just by overstaying your welcome on an aggressive play. And, you know, I think they even got lucky on that B push, if I'm 100% honest, early on. So they really just need to, I think, focus down and just play a little bit more standard. I think they're just getting too out of control with some of these gimmicks.
Drossel gets shredded right there. Only had a pistol in his hand. Doesn't matter, though. In that bomb site, Drake coming up the highway will hit one. It's going to be a 4-man retake attempt with only pistols in their hands. The one rifle down from Glorins is going to be over there at the A-bomb site, well covered by CEVO-Storm at the moment, but they're taking a ton of damage to get these frags. Stanislaw is finally able to get Dumore, and they do get in there, get that gun, but Drake only gets 1 frag. Does Hades go down? And he will. It's a 1 versus 1 now. Invert Not with a lot of time, though. It grabs the AK. He's going to get on the defuse. Stan's going to peek out. He has to hit the shot right off the bat. Stan throws the gun out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't distract Invert, but he just can't hit the shot, and Stan makes it on his own. Will he survive with the op? Yes! 4 HP survival, able to save the op for his team. That makes it 12-10, and Tempo Storm was within 2 rounds of tying this thing up.
Yeah, they're doing great here on the T side. I mean, it's partially Tempo Storm playing well, getting nice picks, hitting nice shots, but it's also LunatiK here on some of these gun rounds that have been a little bit too gimmicky, as I said. So I hope that they'll kind of settle down, settle into place, and just play around, you know, straight up, and just try to get something going here. As we are seeing Tempo Storm once again just kind of spread out. Shazam looking for picks with this op at mid, but they are gearing up for another A hit, and both players are just kind of playing the site. Though Drake could get easily canceled out by a smoke, needs to get in there.
Ooh, Rix just kills his own teammate, but he is able to punish Drake. And Drossel gets caught from up top. That's going to be Rix who takes him down. Invert on the trade out. Here comes Dumore coming in. And that's going to be a bomb down inside the A bomb site. So LunatiK, if they can hold on here, they're going to be 3v2. Glorens might get punished. Glorens is actually able to take down Dumore before Invert looks for him. So now it's all up to Shazam. 1v2. They know he's in A main. He's fired off some shots from there. They're going to flash him, and that's going to be CEVO who pushes out, gets to a better position. Smoke comes down. Shazam's going to have a tough time getting to that bomb. Doesn't see the head of CEVO over the top of him. So
oh,
CEVO,
but he just ninja'd in. No one knows he's here. This could be really bad.
Grabs the bomb. Actually, he's going to rotate out into the middle of the site, not knowing. How do they not see him yet? There it is. CEVO looks for him. Finally spots him as he jumps up onto the bomb site box. Gets taken down. That's 13 rounds now for LunatiK. And it's going to be Nico coming from Tempo.
I have to say that's probably the worst play you could make there, though. Like, if you're Shazam and you're in a 1v2 like that, you literally put yourself in the one spot that can be seen from every single possible angle anywhere that anyone's playing, unless you're hiding behind quad. So he kind of put himself way out in the open, like, hi, I'm at the very top of the middle of the site, look at me. Like, that's basically what that play was. But still, like, it was well played by LunatiK, though. Like, Shazam was in a tough spot. It was going to be hard for him to win that no matter what, even if he played it perfect. So, well done by LunatiK, to be honest. And they forced a save. And it's a close round, but I think LunatiK's got it.
So now it's all going to be up to Stan inside the site. Invert runs right into him through the smoke. They don't know they were there, actually. He's going to step out, able to take down CEVO, trying to find the extra frag. Not able to get it, but he does have the bomb, and he's going to force his way into the site. He's going to take down Invert, so that's going to be Dumore now versus Stan. Dumore's going to wrap his way around in the same direction Stan's looking. He throws on Molotov. Smoke is covering him, though. Runs around, can't quite find Dumore. Dumore's looking through that smoke as it goes down. Steps out, and Dumore will take him down. That's 14 rounds now for LunatiK. So let's see if Tempo Storm can come back from this one to win this game. Or will LunatiK take a map off of them?
I don't know, man. I mean, LunatiK's really tightened up here these last few rounds. You know, obviously that was an eco, so that helped out. But I've definitely seen them just play a bit smarter here. They're not getting too over-aggressive. They're not overextending. They're playing a bit more standard, and they're not necessarily just going for gimmicky plays anymore. They've really kind of tightened up, as I've said, and that's definitely the correct play. Oh, no, Drake getting caught out in the open here at middle a little bit. Does some damage, but does get caught, and that's huge.
Yeah, so now we're going to have Rix with that AK able to take that down. Only goes down to 52 HP to collect the frag onto Drake. So Tempo Storm, if they can hold on to this here, this one-man advantage, and they're just like that, it's gone. Actually, now they're going to be down by 2 men. Now it's 1 man again. And even back up. It's going to be a 3 versus 3. Rix down low, though. 30 HP, still trying to fight against Invert if he's able to make it happen. Bomb is rotated into the B bomb site. CEVO drops it down. Stanislaw is right down below him, and that's going to force a CT rotate to the B bomb site. Stan makes his way in. CEVO hides for the time being. He's going to allow the bomb plant to happen. He wants to have that man advantage when they try and retake this bomb site. And sees Stan again, so he's going to be able to call him out that he's in the site. Shazam will drop down out of the vents into the checkered room. He might have himself an easy battle here as Drossel steps out, able to take it down. Drossel's low on HP, but they know exactly where he is, and Stan and Shazam team up to win that 2 versus 3 to get that for their team to make it 14-11. So the comeback might be real here for Tempo Storm.
It could be. I mean, that was a big round there, and it forces LunatiK onto a save, so a 12th round's probably easy to come by at this point. So 12-14, fairly likely. That was definitely a very close round. You know, LunatiK, suffered, an easy pick at mid to start the round off. I thought Invert and company recovered well from the A side to kind of pay attention to highway and at least get back into an even situation. But there at the very end, Shazam, some key frags from that B lobby, able to close it around for Tempo Storm on the post plant. So I thought LunatiK actually played that really smart. They just came out a little bit behind after losing a player so early in the round. And now they're forced to say they're running the exact same middle stack, the same gimmick that Tempo Storm beat them with on a round. They're doing the same thing.
So Rix is going to peek his way out. Rix is able to get one. Shazam will get two. But Invert finally trades out Rix. And Drake does take down the op. So it's going to be a 2 versus 3 now. They should be able to get at least the op. They're going to boost up and try and go get that AK also. And it's going to be curious if they actually go for this or they just go for the save of those rifles. And it might not matter as they actually have that man coming real close to them down in mid. Who is that actually over there? That's going to be Hades. Hades doesn't go for it, and they commit to the save. They're going to go right into it and just try and save at the A bomb site as the score will be 14-12. LunatiK is still up, but only by 2 now.
Yeah, indeed. It's a tight game once again, just as the last game was. But at least LunatiK are actually able to save an op and an AK here. This is huge. For a round that was a full save, for them to hold on to these 2 guns, that's really big. And another big thing is look at this. I want you to think about this for a second. Think about all the rebind that has to take place here. Like, they won't have... Like, if LunatiK wins this round right here, Tempo Storm has no money to contend when LunatiK goes for the W, really. So that's definitely something to think about. Like, the money is actually quite limited, really on both sides, I guess. But yeah, so this is a really important round, really for both teams. Like, both teams could be screwed economically going forward from this point if they lose this round. It's much more devastating for Tempo Storm, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo could effectively tie it up off this round win because LunatiK would be into an eco. Because they're not really going to care about them letting in that 14th round, but they don't want them to get more than that. And again, if LunatiK can grab this might force us into a match win for them. So buyouts coming from both teams. Drake is able to open it up onto Shazam initially, but the bomb is over at B, so it was a fake at A. When do they rotate players out? Dumore in a great position here. Does he wait long enough? He waits just long enough, and they shut it down completely. That's going to leave only Hades out. And that was a good patient play coming from Dumore to wait just barely long enough to drop down so Rix wasn't looking right at him. Hades on an island. He's going to be 1 versus 5. Bomb down inside the B bomb site. The A players are waiting to see if he's too aggressive. Drossel steps out. Drossel takes him down in mid. That's match point now for LunatiK.
I think
the economy of Tempo is broke.
I think that just wasn't an effective fake. Like, they ran the A hit too fast. Like, the A hit that they're running is the envious A hit, where you throw a quick smoke off the squeaky door, and it's just like such a fast explosion. Like, it doesn't look telegraphed because you're not watching the smoke fly over the roof of the building forever. So it's a very fast A hit type of smoke. But you don't really want to be fast. You kind of want to slow play it because you want to, you know, see with the team to see all the smokes. You want to start seeing people rotate off of B. But like, Drake already got a kill and shut down the fake before anyone ever even thought about rotating out of B. And Dumore was just sitting inside the vents, just waiting it out. And so it just didn't work. And look at it, Simba don't have virtually nothing to work with this last round. We'll see what they can do, but I mean, this could be LunatiK actually winning a map, causing a tie. That means Timberstone only have 15 points in the standings, and Liquid's only 4 points behind at that point, with 3 games to play, 6 possible points on the board. So
yeah,
it's not looking good for Tempo Storm to retain their spot unless Liquid royally screws up if they can't win this round.
Yeah, it's going to be rough here, but Tempo Storm has to do all that they can to try and battle back. It's extremely broken buy coming from them. They got some armor, they got some guns. Dumore almost gets caught right there in the open, and actually Stanislaw is able to take down Tivu, so the opener happens. Dumore gets one before he's punished, so they're into the B bomb site. They're going to get a plant. They're able to pick up one of those rifles. Now they picked up another one, so that's going to help them out, preventing this retake. Hades takes down Drake with just a pistol in his hands. And just like that, that's going to force LunatiK into saving these rifles. They're not going to go for it. They're going to go for the full save here and live to fight into the next round. Yep, they're saved an AWP and an AK.
This is definitely, I mean, LunatiK has the overtime at least sealed. Okay, so that's definitely huge. They saved these 2 guns, hopefully. They're gonna do kind of a crazy boost here on the quad box, but I don't think anyone's really challenging here from Tempo Storm. They don't really have the economy to challenge, to be honest. They don't want to have to do a lot of rebind. They know they have to kind of streak together a couple rounds in a row and have the money to do that. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a big round again, man. Like, both these games have been so tense. Like, it's been a really exciting series, actually.
So we're still at a match point here. We're into round 29. LunatiK's going to go into a bye. They're going for it this round. Otherwise, if they can't win it here, they're going to be very broken going into the last round of regulation, where, of course, they're more than likely going to be forced into overtime on both of their maps tonight. If they can't win it right here and right now, they would love to. Invert with the op out in his hands. He's going to try and bank on this molly in case anybody gets there. Nobody gets there in time. He does take quite a bit
he
of
stayed in there
damage
way too long.
Yeah,
He stayed in there way too long.
But Drossel does take down Rix on an aggressive push. Or excuse me, Rix was actually trying to work his way up the highway and got punished for it. So now mid control is back open. Actually, no, we actually have Invert rotating his way back in there. He sees Shazam towards the vents, I believe, looking back for him. He makes the call on him. So now they're going to have that number 8 man rotate over. Dumore is able to hit the shot onto Shazam. That's going to turn this into a 5 versus 3 in favor of LunatiK, who's looking to try and mop this up right now in round 29. Not forced to try and do it on an eco, and it's going to turn Tempo Storm. They're going to try and take this into the B-bomb site right now. Don't have much of a choice. Stanislaw goes down. It's all up to Glorens. CEVO is able to make it out of the fire just in time. They're going to try and get their way in. Glorens hits the initial shot. There goes Glorens. Hades hits one of his own. He will be 1 versus 3. Doesn't matter. Invert takes him down, and Tempo Storm loses map number 2 to LunatiK eSports.
Oh, they're salty too. You see a lot of them just leaving just immediately. That
more than likely just killed their chances into getting into the LAN right there.
Well, let's talk right about what's important. I mean, I know we could review that round, talk about how it played out, but what matters is that LunatiK won. So let's talk about the standings now because of that. This is very, very important. This is the most important thing about tonight's game, really. So I'll take a look at it right now. So as it stands, with that tie, Tempo Storm has 15 points in the standings right now. Currently going to be 3rd place with 15 points, okay? So CLG 100% out. They're definitely not going to LAN anymore. There's no chance. So Tempo Storm, 15 points sitting at 3rd place, okay? Now Liquid has 11 points. They still have 3 games left to play. Now, they need to get 5 points, okay? They can't do 4 and tie Tempo Storm because they lost head-to-head to Tempo Storm, okay? So they have to get to 16 points. Okay, they had 6 available points to them. They need to get 5 of those 6 points to get the spot. Now they play VVV and Method and Elevate. That's their 3 games. Now they're probably favored to win against VVV and Method just straight up and get 4 points right there. And then against Elevate, they would just need to tie the series. Or if they straight up win, then they definitely just get it, right? But they just need to find 5 points out of the possible 6 they have left on the board. And like we said, they're heavily favored for 4 of those points in the Method and VVV matchups. But it's all down to that Elevate game, I think. Unless they screw up against Method or VVV. That is possible. But that's what you're looking at. That's what matters most.
Yeah, and I mean, man, LunatiK looked very good tonight. I wish they would have played that well all season long because we might have a different standings that we're looking at the moment. But I mean, big things coming out there from LunatiK. Hopefully that will continue going on into the future. Because, I mean, they looked very good. And, again, that could have just absolutely ruined the chances. Or, more than likely, it just ruined the chances of Tempo Storm making the LAN, depending on how well Liquid ends up doing going forward. I mean, like I said, their schedule isn't the hardest in the world for them to make happen. And, I mean, all they have to do is, essentially, they could tie 2 and win one of those games, and they're in.
Yeah, what a crazy series, man. It's actually been one of the most tense series we've watched this entire season, just because of how close the games were, you know, what was on the line, especially for Tempo Storm. Yeah, I mean, LunatiK definitely kind of the underdog there, made it happen. And they've actually been kind of the dark horse. Like, they tied CLG, they tied Nylum, they tied Luminosity. So they've been tying a lot of really good teams. And so I hope Tempo Storm didn't come into this match taking them too lightly, just because what they've already been able to accomplish. That was even before they picked up Dumore, and Dumore adds a lot of firepower to this team. So, yeah, I mean, definitely.
And right into there, too.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job. It was a well-played game. They almost won Cobble, too. It was really close. They almost really pulled a huge upset by getting the W, but the tie is still an upset enough. That's like another point that Liquid has to work with, basically, as they try to creep in and take the 3rd spot. Now, for now, Tempo Storm has the 3rd spot. And I think they've already done better than what most people thought. I think most people thought that the favorites ahead of Tempo Storm, they get spots. They don't already have one because, LunatiK and Cloud9 do already have spots. But I think most people thought teams like Nalem or Liquid or CLG, one of those three teams would probably be favored to take a spot rather than Tempo Storm. And now they're on it for now, at least. So, I mean, they've already kind of surprised a lot of people in our league, I think, with how close they are to playoffs. But we'll just have to see how it plays out, man. It's all in Liquid's hands now. They control their own destiny. Liquid does. They just got to win out, or one tie and 2 wins.
Yeah, and they're in. I mean, your two teams that are already locked up in North America. Of course, Cloud9's locked in. Luminosity is locked in. It's just all about who's able to get that third slot. And right now, Tempo Storm's in it, but it all depends on how well Liquid can do with their next 3 matchups. I mean, like you said, there's very little points that they need to get. They have a possibility of getting 6. 5 gets them in, 6 gets them a win, no matter what. So anything more than those 5 points, and they are for sure in. 5 or more gets them in. So if they win out, get wins across all their 3 matches, they're in. And our North American teams would be Cloud9, Luminosity Gaming, and Liquid. So it just depends on those last 3 for them, as we do have more Counter-Strike coming. Not today, though, guys. Remember, we're doing some more stuff Saturday and Sunday for some that iBuyPower Invitational. So we have that coming up. We're going to be on quite a bit Saturday, quite a bit Sunday for both of those. And then we will have more Pro League that night also, I believe, and then going right back into Pro League for EU and North American. Pro League coming Monday through Thursday again. Until we get down to the end of this, there's a ton of EU matches left to be played, and we're getting down towards the end for North America, and we're getting close to that land. We're almost about a month away from your CEVO MLG Season 7 Pro League Finals, which will be very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got the best of NA and EU going to go head-to-head at that event, so it's going to be really, really cool stuff for sure. So definitely, follow up if you're not already following. As Luca already said, we do have the iBuyPower Invitational this weekend. It starts on Saturday. It runs Saturday and Sunday. The top 8 teams in NA, including Keed Stars from Brazil, are going to be involved in that game. So definitely a really cool tournament to watch. 10K on the line. Definitely check it out. So follow up, catch this weekend. Also, like you said, Pro League coverage next week, so follow up for that. Also, follow us casters at Dust Moret, at Misled138. It's on your screen. We would appreciate the support there as well. But that's all I got for tonight, man. It was a pretty tense game, that last game, and that was definitely cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it and hope you'll come back.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We will see you guys very soon. Have a good night, everybody.